Power target trades, power trigger trade. Alright people, I got another update and plan for the HD, J&J, and UPS. In this video I'll be talking about HD, J&J, and UPS plans first, but first we're going to talk about HD. Now HD is a stock that I talked about on the weekend, and I said that we're probably going to need time to relax, and we don't know how much they're going to pull this back. Well, you know, this was a pretty big pullback if you ask me, right? If you take the high here, close to 161, to the low, close to 156, it's a good, we'll say 4 or 5 point swing down, right? But there was buying coming in here, so it's very interesting here. Again, I think this stock could need some time, but they're definitely trying to set this to go higher. So HD is set up to test 167 to 170. The October 20 165 calls are great to use. HD needs to break above 160 on some good action volume, and good action volume is 1 million on a 10-minute chart. Now and I'll explain inside the video, so if the volume isn't there, simply you're going to have to watch for some basing above 160, look for power towards 160 and a half to even 161. The good news is that there is going to be an actionary zone in between 160 to 161, giving us plenty of room to get in, making it a low risk, high reward type of trade. Now let's go talk about J&J. All right, people. After I talk about the plans, we're going to talk about the options. That's also going to be very key. I'm going to explain you why I picked everything. So J&J is set up to test 137 to 140. The October 20 135 calls could be used. You know, this stock here, depending how they could try to ram this to 137, but then you never know how we get to those levels. You know, how it acts around the 136 to 137 level. We'll get more of an idea. But as it stands, this stock is really getting ready to go higher. I'm gonna show you, you know, why, what I like about these options. So J&J needs to break above 133.60 on some good action volume, and good action volume is 300k on a 10-minute chart. Now if the volume is not there, I'm going to explain inside the video. Alright, so you know, the thing is that I'll simply watch for some basing above 133.60 and look for power towards 133.80 to 134. You know, this was a plan I made back over here, back in June. We had this nice run. I have a plan that you can see that in my created playlist. You can actually go take a look at that. I'll show you where at the end of the video though. Let's go take a look at UPS. Alright people, here's a chart of a UPS. I'm making an update on this. One of the things about today was the volume was kind of strange, but the way we closed was good. I wanted to see how we closed, and it makes sense to me. I know definitely they want to take the stock higher. So let's talk about this plan. So UPS is set up to test 118 to 120. You know, I definitely think they want to try to take this higher. This is really bullish, the stock, especially the way they're able to close it today. You know, it's held its gains, but we want confirmation. I really didn't like the volume, and I'm going to talk more about this. Like I say, I will explain some facts inside the video. That's what I'm doing right now. You know, that's what the problem was. But one thing I realized is that this thing just happened to move, by the way, quickly. In the morning, there was no volume, but it based. Then options just around this 116. I mean, to buy into this stock today, you could see that there was some good support in that 116 area. So it's not much higher than, you know, they're really, the way I look at it, I wanted to get some more confirmation on this. It looks like, so UPS will need to break above 116.60. I will explain more details inside the video. So, you know, we're going to, as we get above 116.50, this stock here is one of those things where the volume sometimes takes more time. Okay. It doesn't come in with volume. I was looking for something like 300k, right? And we didn't even hit 300k in 4 hours. I mean, this thing, the volume came in really late in the day. And so if the volume doesn't come in, like say, you know, with good, if there is 300k smashing through 116.50, it's an automatic buy. But if we don't get the volume, we'll see how it bases in that area. I mean, it might be a buy between the 116.5 to 1, you know, Even though once, like as it confirms above it, if we see stabilization, this kind of trade, it could be a floating entry. In other words, maybe 116.30 to 116.80. Within that range, depending how they bring it up and how they stabilize it, much like they did today. So this is the type of trade you have to. It's not like I mean, if the volume doesn't come in, it could be one of those where we buy the pullback a bit, as long as there's some stabilization. One thing about the stock now, let me tell you one thing, is it shouldn't really, it shouldn't go. It shouldn't come back down here. If we start losing 1550. To 115.50 to 115. This isn't something I would want to hold. This is a stock that it did. You know what? Price action wise, it did well. Volume came in later, so it did all right. All right, people. Here we are at the Yahoo Finance, and Home Depot closed at 158.37. So it pulled back quite a bit, but it regained its composure, and this is probably setting up to go higher. We want to wait for confirmation. You want to be patient, but we'll get paid definitely. And the beautiful thing is, yeah, these are the October 20 calls, and you can see lots of trading, especially in the 160s. Now look at people. Now these are even became a little bit cheaper here. So this is the beauty of this. Waiting for confirmation. 9 out of 10 times you get a better price. Sometimes you pay more, but 9 out of 10 times you get a better price, and you avoid losing money for the wrong reasons. Also, I suggest people consider the 160s because of the pullback, and the more time they give these two options on the confirmation of this plan, could be a good idea to use either the 160s or the 165. They both seem to be trading very, very well. All right, so now here we have J&J here, and this is a really good stock as well. This does make some nice money. It's not a fast mover, by the way, and that's why I recommend these October, but it does move fast enough. I'll show you where to check this video out, how much we made great gains in the stock. So J&J closed at 133.21. Now let me show you why I like these. First of all, you see these 135 calls. First of all, they close at around $1.58, which is $158 per contract. But look at this. One of the things what's interesting is not only does it have good open interest here, but there was a lot of trading in this. For this stock, you notice that there wasn't a lot of trading. I mean, it doesn't trade a lot of options, but today, on today's movement, there was a lot of options being traded. That means something. I can tell you from last time. And not only that, it's the pattern. There's a lot of things I'm seeing. So this is a stock that can do well. It's not an exciting stock or a fast-moving stock like a Netflix, but I mean, this does move very well. You got to be hold this be patiently. It's one of those things that take about 3 to 5 days to make great gains on confirmation. It does take a bit of time. But I mean, it's set up very well, and these options can do very well. So this is what we're gonna talk about here. Let's go take a look at UPS. All right, so here's UPS, and here's the October 20 calls, and again, I talked about the 115s. You can see there's good open interest here. Very good open interest here. Trading in here wasn't that great. I mean, they trade. The 116s, by the way, looks like these could be used as well. By the way, I might reference these these October 116 calls. I might reference these as well. But you can see though, I'll be honest with you, I think the in the money calls for this can be used. They're not very expensive, and I think that's the best way to make the money in this. Now, as a side note for UPS, 115 area should be something of a support zone. Now, one of the reasons why I didn't get in, because it could want to pull back first before rising, and I say it could, right? This is why we're going to look for confirmation. That was what I was looking for today. It did stabilize, so we'll see how well it can confirm. It might need to relax. So, but I do like UPS, but it's not a fast mover, by the way. If you like UPS, this is something you have to hold for about 3-5 days, probably make great gains. Again, these 115s are the best ones to use, but these 116s are coming into play because the trading isn't there. There was more trading. The open interest started coming into this. It'll get better, of course, but the spreads are really good. So it's either the 115s or 116 calls. All right, people, welcome to Power Target Trades, the place where I post a lot of great plans. This is a great YouTube channel to subscribe to, a lot of great information. One of the best things is created playlists. You see over here, right over here, the J&J plan where we made about 300, actually 400% gains in options with just, you've got to see this, okay? You've got to see this video. A lot of documented stuff is in this created playlist. Take your time when you have the time to go into this created playlist. Let me just click in here quickly. Actually, what I did is I went inside the video, and what this video will do is show, this is back in June, okay? You're going to see for yourself everything posted from the plan beforehand, the confirmation posted, and then the exiting, how much we actually went for. And it was easy to make these gains in this J&J. This is something that you could hold. So again, you want to look inside my created playlist for that. All right, people. Now that we just finished watching that great detailed video, don't forget to look at my banner. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Make sure you check out my created playlist. Make sure you study before taking action on Power Target Trades. Every plan that I make has great detailed instructions. And I put my heart and soul in it because I want my subscribers and followers to make great money in the markets. But you have to study, people. Let me show you a way to subscribe. Let's see a picture of me around here in a circle format. Simply click on it, and it's going to give you an easy way to subscribe. Don't forget, people, at the end of the video to like the video. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe and like